going to start out using a little bit of Naples yellow and scrub it in. Don't try and be too precise, really try and move about the paper and get lots of various colours and tones. Don't worry about the mountains. If you go over the mountains it doesn't matter, because we're going to have the colours reproduced in the mountains that we put into the sky. A little bit of cobalt blue now. Because the water's on the paper, we're going to get nice soft edges. So again, scrub it in, try not to be too precise. Let the water do the work. The water will soften the colours. So put it on, and the sky we need to do in the first washes. We don't want to come back to the sky, so really work on the sky. Again, bring it down over the mountains, but what we need to do, we want to make sure that by the time we get to the mountains that we're back to near enough white paper. So when we paint the mountains in, we're painting with tones almost onto clean paper. Right, a little bit of light red now. I'm going to put a little bit of shape now into the yellow areas. And then I'm going to have some blue grey, so I'm using the same blue grey that I've just used in the sky, and I'm just putting some of that in, because the shadow's on the left hand side, so just put in a little bit of blue grey in there, and don't worry about it running into the cadmium orange. That's fine, that'll give it a nice transition between the two. So wherever you feel there's going to be shadow, just put a little bit of blue grey into there. So we're going to have a little bit on here, so again just put that in just there. So put a little bit of the blue grey in around there, maybe a little bit down there, and some down this side now, and a little bit over there. Right, a little bit of light red now. So again, just dropping it in. So as we're coming down and coming closer, we can start to get a little bit warmer now. So aerial perspective comes into it now, where we're starting to warm up as these colours are coming forward. Now it's just running back a little bit just there, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that out. That's the thing with working like this, you've got to be all the time looking what's happening in other places in the painting, so that you can catch it before it gets too far. Keep these colours nice and light, so that these are going to be the lights in the picture. So we've got a little bit of a dirt track or footpath just here, so a little bit of light red in there. A little bit of grey just to give a little bit of shadow just there. Right, so a few shapes in here now. So be nice and random with this. Don't be too precise. let the brush just dance over the paper. Lose a few edges. Right, so a little bit of light red in there as well. And again, dots and dashes, try and keep everything moving, keep everything nice and fluid. Just dot it in here and there, just put it in and let the water sort it out. Right, just continue down. I'm just taking water now. This is just clean water straight from the pot, and I'm just getting back a little bit of light because we don't want to come down with all the same tones. So what I've done is I've just used water, so we're back to the underwashes now. So again, a little bit of cobalt violet. Especially in the shadow areas, it really works well. Langdale Pike, and I'm going to put a little bit of an indication of this in. So using the blue-grey that we've used right throughout, I'm going to put a little bit of shape in just here. Now, I don't know whether this is anything like a correct shape, because all the time I was here, this was covered in mist. So a little bit of guesswork, but it doesn't matter. So put that in, and then just use clean water, and we can soften this out now, and just bring it down. But again, leave lots of the underwash showing through. I'm just going to take just the slightest touch now of that green and just touch a little bit of that in. Don't a little bit stronger in the bottom of that, so we've got a nice dark area in the bottom of the tree. So just touch the paint in, don't brush it in, try and just touch it in. And I don't know why, but there must be a scientific reason that when you touch it like that, the paint that you put down on the paper seems to be a lot stronger. And like I said, I don't know why it is, but it certainly is a fact. A nice dark down in the corner always works well, just to push everything else back. I'm just going to soften a bit of that out, just maybe a little bit too much. Gives us a little bit of a rocky outcrop. We can use a little bit of dry brush as well. We can put a little bit of a scree slope in there. Just take the side of the brush and just pull in a few shapes just there and drag a little bit of that over this way. So that gives us a little bit of rock shape. So we can now take a little bit of colour and we can just move a little bit of this around, just pick it up and move it. So again, put it in and with a dry brush just drag that out. I think I can go in with just a little bit of a dry brush across this field here as well. Just to put a little bit of texture into that.